In the late 1990s, some synergy happened at the Walt Disney Studios. For decades, the theme parks housed several attractions based on the films the studio had made. But in 1997, Disney created a film based on one of its original theme park attractions, the Tower of Terror. The film, starring Kirsten Dunst and Steve Guttenberg, takes us inside the Hollywood Tower Hotel to tell the story of the attraction in a made-for-TV movie as part of Disney's Sunday night showings on ABC. The film was only the beginning for these rides-turned-movies, as the next few years saw many classic Disneyland and Walt Disney World attractions come to life, including Mission to Mars in 2000, The Country Bears in 2002, Pirates of the Caribbean in 2003, which, far and away, is the most successful of the bunch, causing the attraction to then adapt to the film and to greenlight what seems like 8,000 different sequels. But another film in 2003 took the Disney attraction-turned-movie concept to an unthinkable level and in one swoop killed the idea for any future films: The Haunted Mansion. Projects based on Big Thunder Mountain and It's a Small World never saw the light of day and are now only some 15 years later being talked about again. Now, this is purely speculation on my part. I wasn't in any boardroom meetings. I don't know if anything was canceled because of The Haunted Mansion, but it is a pretty crazy coincidence that they just all of a sudden stopped making new films not called Pirates of the Caribbean. Look at the current crop of live-action Disney films. They got one idea to remake a classic animated film, and then they greenlit 12,000 more. It seems like one bad movie killed the entire concept with these attraction films. So what's so bad about The Haunted Mansion? Well, to start, many fans of the theme park attraction love the ride for it being a bit spookier, but still approachable for younger audiences. It has a good balance of both horror and comedy elements. The Haunted Mansion movie stars Eddie Murphy in a complete comedy, and it has very little horror. In fact, the elements of horror from the attraction are really there to just get made fun of. What made Pirates of the Caribbean so successful was their adventurous approach. Yes, the Pirates films have laughs, but the adventure you go on is taken seriously, and it feels appropriate to the attraction that it's based on. The Haunted Mansion seems to hack away at the integrity of its attraction, opting for a completely different feel. And Pirates of the Caribbean took liberties, only throwing in tiny Easter eggs of the attraction, but it has the spirit of the ride all over the film. The Haunted Mansion has those nods with characters like Master Gracie and Leota, but the tone is so off that it doesn't even translate that same spirit. Something that also makes The Haunted Mansion inferior is that Disney allowed Gore Verbinski to make the Pirates films what he really wanted them to be, including giving them a PG-13 rating. That was a huge deal, unheard of for a Disney film. In the 80s and 90s, Disney would rather filter any PG-13 films to their Touchstone Pictures subsidiary, keeping the Disney name clean from the more adult ratings that would exclude younger audiences. Less than 6 months later, after the Pirates of the Caribbean film came out, Disney released the PG-rated Haunted Mansion, directed by Rob Minkoff, the same man that directed The Lion King, the biggest box office success that Disney had ever had until Frozen. It seems like The Haunted Mansion was given way more notes, way more rules than the Pirates films ever got, and could have been its downfall. The more unfortunate side of this story is that a remake's been rumored for years, but it's never surfaced. Beginning in 2010, Guillermo del Toro was said to be writing and developing a new PG-13 horror comedy film. The director of Pan's Labyrinth and The Shape of Water usually creates visually creepy and haunting films, something that blends perfectly with the visuals from Disney's theme park attraction. Showcasing what a great Haunted Mansion movie could be is his 2015 film Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak is a ghostly love story that takes place in the Victorian era, mostly within a haunted mansion. Look no further than this film for proof that Del Toro can create spectacular visuals and a story with subtleties that would have been taken seriously and could capture the magic that Walt Disney's Haunted Mansion has. I'm reluctant to ever give hope to this film seeing the light of day, but if we were to see a Haunted Mansion remake, it may come from the success of the upcoming Jungle Cruise film, as it looks like Disney is keen on the idea of turning Disney rides into movies once again. So here's hoping that The Rock can be a blockbuster success for Disney, so we can see the truly creepy, although beautiful version of the Haunted Mansion many of us would like to see.